So this is my 1 bar heavy attack sorcerer, arcanist, and warden build. Hitting 90k. I'm gonna do a little showcase of it for the guild members that want to copy it. I'm running the Thief Mundstone, 5-piece lightning staff of the sergeant for weapon and jewelry, 1-piece slime claw for the head and trading into vines, and then I have the Curious of the Sergeant for the body to complete the 5-piece set because we are running the Oak and Soul Ring. All jewelry is traded in Bloodthirsty. All body pieces are traded into Vines. And the Lightning Staff is traded in Precise with a shock damage glyph. The skills. For the first skill, we have Escalating Rune Blades. It is a Rune Blades morph from the Herald of the Tomb skill line. For the second skill, we have Summon Volatile Familiar, which is the Unstable Familiar morph, and that is from the Daedric Summoning. For the third one, we also have another Daedric Summoning skill line, which is Summon Twilight Matriarch. This is a heal, so in case you need it, or you're fake queuing as a healer for a quick dungeon queue, this is sufficient enough to keep your team members alive and yourself. Also adds some dots between it. It also attacks the target. For our fourth skill, we are using the Tentacular Dread, which is the Abyssal Impact morph. This is the magical one. So these two skills, the Rune Blades and the Tentacular Dread, match with each other. And I'll get to that in a bit. Let me just finish up the skill. For our fifth, we have the Imperfect Ring, Fulminating Rune. It is the Imperfect Ring morph. This is also from the Herald of the Tomb. It is this first one right here. For our last skill on our skill bar, we have the Wild Guardian, the Feral Guardian morph. This is our ultimate. It's also a pet and does damage passively, as well as the 2 other pets we have. And the ultimate is very cheap. And I think it's like 79 points. And when you use the Guardian, it deals 2,796 bleed damage, dealing 10,646 bleed damage, stunning them for 2 seconds. So let me get into how this build works. When you start with a fight, you want to make sure you have all of your pets summoned. So if I move over to a Parse dummy, right down here, we are going to take out both of her pets, all 3 actually. So now we have all of our passive dots and damage. And then once we go into the fight, the first thing we will hit would be this Fulminating Rune, right? And this is a heavy attack build, so we're gonna do heavy attacks in between that, and just make sure you keep your dots up. You don't have to click it every time like this, but watch your timer for when it gets pretty close and you just want to activate it as you go through it. So you're just gonna basically keep holding down your heavy attack bar or button, and then in between every zap you want to add one of these bad boys, the Rune Blades, and keep doing it until you generate 3 Krugs. And as you see, my timer had went down from a Fulminating Rune, so I'm just gonna put that right back up on there, right? And after you get 3 Krugs and you start dealing all the you get all your Kruxes up, you can use a Tentacle because at 3 Krugs, which is max Krux, it does the most damage. So as you see, I got 3 again. Boom. Along with my heavy attack damage, I think I hit 74 and then 79 on the Tentacle. after 3 crux. So this is basically the whole build. You just keep going and repeating this. Don't do what I just did there. Don't do the tentacle right after the crux. Make sure you do a heavy attack in between your 3rd crux, like right here, and then your tentacle. And just keep up your dot. Now I have tested it with, if I press this and get my little gremlin dude with his little burst damage, the DPS is not that much because it takes time to reapply that dot. So DPS is recorded in time, so by per second. So if you're sitting here adding a whole nother dot, it won't make too much. He's only needed for the passive damage because all of your pets attack on the side. Now your super ability will you kind of want to hit that kind of like, you know, so if I restart this, give it a second, there he is. So like I said, apply all your pets, get them all summoned, and then when you run into this, you want to hit the fulminating rune first, rune blade, heavy attack, rune blade, heavy attack, rune blade, until you get that 3 crux, heavy attack, tentacle. And then you just want to keep repeating that same sequence, and then whenever your ability comes up, it doesn't matter when it comes up, when you first get it and it's available to be used, just use it. Apply your dots, keep your fulminating rune active at all times. That plays into your DPS. You never want your dots to fail or run out, or else you're going to start losing DPS. Keep that up all the way and just keep repeating the same sequence. If you feel like you want to just get it out the way and reapply another dot, go ahead and do that too. And just reset it whenever you feel the need to. And as you see my supers here, I didn't realize it. Go ahead and throw that in. Just gonna hit this tentacle. And this ult ability is very low cost. So you'll get it back pretty fast. See, it's up, so I'm gonna hit it again, just to make sure we're maximizing all damage as possible. And you basically rinse and repeat until you finish. So, I'm gonna go over champion points. It's pretty self-explanatory, but for the new people in the guild that want to copy this most efficiently, this is what I run. We are running Fighting Finesse, Weapons Expert, Deadly Aim, and Wrathful Strikes. For a green tree, it doesn't matter, because it's really just personal preference. You know, eventually you're going to have all this. And it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Make sure you are getting all your passives. I'm kind of slacking on that for the red tree. Celerity, Rejuvenation, Fortified, and Boundless Vitality. This one doesn't really matter too much for 1-bar builds. It doesn't affect your DPS. Your main focus is this blue tree. And that is it for this build showcase.